Hey, what's up, everyone? Carl Williams here with Williams' Mind and Muscle Mechanics. Hope everybody's having a good week so far. I hope your 2025 fitness goals are off to a good start. We're almost through January here, almost a month into it. I hope anybody who just started working out, has maybe a New Year's resolution or something. Hope you're still sticking to it. Definitely, stick to your guns. It only gets better. It only gets easier. Well, maybe not easier, but it gets better. It gets better. Anyways. So today I want to do a little bit of myth busting, actually, and that myth busting is going to have to. It's got to do with cutting, basically. So when you're cutting, trying to cut fat, you know what I mean. Everybody knows you got to be in a deficit, right? A calorie deficit when you're cutting fat. That one's pretty obvious, or maybe not obvious, but that's pretty well known, you know what I mean? But another thing that gets sort of thrown around, and this one here is not necessarily true, is that along with that deficit, you should be increasing your volume, you know what I mean? More reps, and that one I don't agree with, because basically, I'm going to put it as simple as possible. Let's say, take your car, for example, okay? Let's say your car has a 60-liter gas tank, and you can go 700 kilometers, okay, on that gas tank, okay? Now, let's say you want to go, so let's say the kilometers are your volume, right? And the gas, so that's how much food you're putting, that's your fuel, that's your food, right? That's basically what it is, right? Volume is kilometers, distance, right? And food is fuel, basically, gasoline, right? So now let's say, instead of putting 60 liters in your gas tank this week, you're going to put 50 liters in the gas tank, and you're going to try to go 800 kilometers on that fuel tank. Now, you know what I mean? If I tell you that, you're going to look at me and go, you're an idiot. That's not possible. Well, guess what? It's sort of the same thing with your body. If you're putting less fuel in your body, you can't go further, right? So this whole more volume thing is just bollocks, okay? Get that out of your head. You know what I mean? It's if you want to lighten up the load, whatever. You know what I mean? Even that, I don't really recommend it. What you want to try to do is you're trying to basically, if you're cutting fat, you want to try to maintain all that muscle you've built, right? You don't want to lose the weight you're losing. You don't want it to be muscle. And you can't really, there's no way around it. You're going to lose some muscle when you're in a cut. But you want to make sure, you want to try to mitigate it as much as possible. You want to try to reduce the amount of muscle you're going to be losing. And the best way to do that is basically hard, moderate weight. Basically, you know what I mean? You want to get some stimuli out of those muscles, basically. You know what I mean? You want to basically, I'm not saying go in there and start powerlifting, don't up the weights, but basically, you know what I mean? Pick a weight you can do 10 reps with, you know what I mean? And stick to your compound, stick to your most important, the lion's share, the most important part of your workout, your compound lifts, fucking bench presses, your squats, your T-bar rows, your military presses, this and that, And basically, if anything, cut out some volume. Cut out all those little isolation exercises you were doing while you were bulking, you know what I mean? Because it's right now you're trying to basically just get enough stimuli so that your muscle doesn't waste away while your body burns fat, right? Because what's going to happen? Like I said with the whole car thing, with the whole kilometers thing, what's going to happen if you increase your volume? Well, you're going to basically, by increasing volume, you're going to increase the amount of tissue breakdown. Okay, the amount of muscle breakdown during your workout, and the way to repair that, you need more food, right? If you're gonna be destroying your body more, you need more food to repair that. You know what I mean? And what's going to happen is if you're in a deficit and you're not giving your body enough food, it's going to basically come back at you by saying, okay, well, look, we can't build up we can't repair your arms at the same size that they were. Let's say you have 18-inch arms, right? And you go in and you're just destroying yourself. Your body's going to go, you know what? We can't fully repair this 18-inch arm. So what we're going to do is we're going to shrink a little bit, and then we can repair it entire. So it's basically your body is going to respond by getting smaller. It's going to get rid of muscle. If you start just destroying your body more than you were when you were in a bulk, that's what's going to happen when you go into a deficit. Is your body's going to respond by burning muscle instead of fat, you know what I mean? But that's why what you want is you want to stick to those 10 rep ranges, moderate blast, a moderate blast, just enough to stimulate the muscle so that, your body goes, okay, and it starts taking your fat and it burns your fat to repair the muscle. That's where that little deficit comes in, right? You're not giving it enough food to repair the muscle, so it's going to go looking elsewhere, and it's going to take your fat. But if you overdo it, it's going to burn fat. Your muscle's still not going to be repaired, and like I said, it's going to respond by getting smaller. So yeah. That's about all I have to really say about it. You know what I mean? They definitely don't up the volume when you go into a cut. Just keep the weights moderate. Don't try to overdo it. Don't try to go heavier than you have ever gone. You know what I mean? But definitely, you should be able to build a little bit of strength while you're on a cut. You know what I mean? You're not going to get bigger. Your muscles are going to you are going to lose a little bit of muscle, but you're not going to get bigger, but you can get stronger while you're cutting, and that's almost what you should be aiming for. I know people. This is gonna be an unpopular opinion. I know it already. I can see it already. People, this guy's an idiot. You know what I mean? Lightweight. These ego lifting, heavyweight people. That whatever. You could call it what you want. I don't know. It is what it is. You know what I mean? I've got my certificates. I know what I'm talking about. So I'm sorry if this information is if this information burns anybody's ass, but it is what it is. You know what I mean? Upping the volume while you're in a cut is a myth. You should be basically just trying to focus on maintaining that strength and maintaining that muscle. Like I said, you can't put less gas in your car and expect it to go further. That's just common sense, right? So anyways, hope this helps. I hope it didn't really burn anybody's ass too much with this. I'm just trying to help, you know what I mean? I'm just trying to break those myths and help people get ahead. Trying to help people get ahead. This isn't an attack. This is advice. So again, if you don't like the advice, keep doing you, and just keep kicking ass, everyone. If you like my videos, like and subscribe, and have a good day, everyone.